Alright, so this video is going to go over how to set up in-text citations and a works cited page using the MLA guidelines. So you can see on my screen here I have the beginnings of an argument essay from Freckle. You can see that he has his heading up here all set up correctly, and he has a title that is not argument essay or anything like that, so he came up with an original title. What is missing right now is his essay lead and thesis statement. This first paragraph is his first body paragraph, as you can see. So Freckle has his claim statement here. First, PEDs cause many serious health effects, and then he starts to talk about that. It would be in the best interest of all sports leagues to strictly enforce a zero tolerance policy in order to protect their athletes. Then he starts to quote some evidence from the Congressman Cummings text, and he uses the quote sandwich or the quote Oreo cookie. In his press release, Congressman Cummings says that the negative side effects, so here is him introducing the quote, and then he actually has the quote, range from early cardiovascular disease to serious psychiatric side effects, including acute depression and even suicide. So he has his quote, but what's missing here is the in-text citation part. So we use in-text citations in English to show the reader where you got your information, because if they're also doing research on this topic, they're going to want to see your source and read it themselves. So the first step to telling your reader where you got your information is using in-text citations. So MLA in-text citations use parentheses. So I'm going to open a parentheses after one space after my quotation mark here, and notice I don't have any end punctuation here. So MLA format for in-text citations has the author's last name, which you have the last name of all of the authors of the articles that we've been using, and I'm going to be listing all that information for you in Google Classroom in case you have some difficulty finding it. So Cummings' first name, and then this was on page 1 of the text. So I'm going to put page 1 after a space. There's no comma, nothing like that. It's just the last name and the page number, and then you close the parentheses, and that's when now we have end punctuation. Freckle would then go on and explain how this quote connects to his claim, and then he's probably going to go into talking more specifically about some other side effects, probably from the steroids article. Once Freckle has finished his essay and he has placed inside all of his in-text citations, he's going to create what's called a works cited page. And this happens on a separate page at the end of your essay. It is not counted in the 2 pages that's required for this essay. It's its own separate 3rd page or 4th page, depending on how long your essay is. So for now, let's just pretend that this is the end of Freckle's paper. I'm going to start a new page by creating a page break. And I did that by hitting Command Return, but you can also go up here to Insert and hit Page Break. That's going to create a new page for you. Works cited page, again, you're going to center the title and just write Works Cited. Okay, so this is a centered title. Again, I don't have to change my font size, I don't have to italicize it or anything like that. And then I'm going to hit Return and bring it back to the left margin. What goes on this works cited page is citations in long form. So we're going to be using this website called easybib.com to help you create these MLA citations. So I'm going to be, you're probably going to be using manual cite down here a lot. So I'm going to scroll down here, and this is content originally published on a website, and I'm going to copy in my title, which is right here, and the author is Elijah E. Cummings. And so for a lot of these things, we're just going to be skipping, actually. So for now, we're just going to be skipping a lot of the website title and things like that. I just want you to get used to using this setup and using EasyBib and creating citations for papers. So the date accessed would be sometime in February. You can put today's date if you would like. So today is the 11th of February, 2016. This information up here, if we were using like another research project or something like that, you would type in the website title, who published it, the URL to the website, when it was published online, and some of our articles are going to have this publication date. Congressman Cummings doesn't, but you can type all of that in here. And then you're going to come down here to say Create Citation. Click that big orange button. And then here it gives you, hooray, here's your new citation. So you're going to copy and paste this. So you can actually do this right in this gray box. You can click right on Copy and Paste Citation, and it's going to say Copied. And I don't want any of this stuff. So now that I've copied my citation, I'm going to go back to my Works Cited page, and I'm going to copy and paste the citation in. But Works Cited pages have a weird indent called a hanging indent. So it means that this first line here is flush to the left margin, but the second line and the third line in a citation would not be. They're actually going to be indented. And there's no setting to do that on Google Drive. There you can do it on Microsoft Word, but not in Drive. So to do this, what you're going to do is you're going to put your cursor here at the beginning of the second line. And you're going to hit delete. And it deletes a space between those two words. But now I'm going to hit enter. So now it's like it's starting a new paragraph. And then I'm going to hit tab. So that was delete from the second line, return, and then tab. So now I have a hanging indent. And I would do this for any citation I had. So say if I had a new one, and let's just pretend that this is my citation again. All of my citations would look like this. Now I'm only obviously going to be listing the Cummings article once, but say if it was Cummings and then the Kids Health article, steroids, that would be the next one, and it would be indented like this. And you want to arrange the citations on your Works Cited page in alphabetical order. So anything that you use an in-text citation for up here needs to be listed in your Works Cited page, right? That's so, again, if a reader wants to go see the source that you're working with, they can come here to the Works Cited page and say, okay, this quote was from Cummings. Let me find Cummings in the Works Cited page. Oh, okay. And they now have the information to go find that. And it's also giving credit to the author, and you're not saying that it's your own word, so it's avoiding plagiarism. So what you're going to be, you're setting this all up for your own paper. So anytime you have a direct quote, make sure you have an in-text citation, and make sure that whatever you cite in your paper has a citation on your Works Cited page that looks like this using easybib.com and MLA format.